In the Fire Nation throne room, Ozai sits, a defeated figure, his posture slumped and eyes vacant, awaiting judgment. The weight of his actions hangs heavy as he contemplates the consequences of his tyranny. Guards stand stoically, their stern expressions unwavering, ready to carry out the sentence. The air is thick with tension as the fallen Fire Lord prepares to face his prison. Zuko's footsteps echo, each stride measured and resolute, across the expansive stone floor of the Fire Nation throne room. He halts before the throne, the weight of his intentions visible in the set of his shoulders and the glint in his eyes. His voice resonates with newfound authority. "I am taking over the Fire Nation." A beat of silence hangs heavy in the air, amplifying the tension. His proclamation pierces the stillness. "The Fire Nation will rule through fear. That is my vision." Azula remains silent, her reaction an unreadable enigma, adding to the palpable tension in the throne room. Inside the Fire Nation throne room, Zuko pivots, his gaze locking onto Azula. A sinister smile slowly crawls across Zuko's face, revealing hidden depths. Zuko declares, his voice dripping with malice, "I only helped you defeat Ozai, so I could rule the world with a reign of terror," he finishes, his eyes gleaming. Azula stares back, a mix of shock and intrigue flickering across her features. In the Fire Nation throne room, Azula's cry echoes, filled with raw disbelief and piercing betrayal. Her eyes blaze, reflecting the burning sting of Zuko's ambition, a wound that cuts deep. The vast throne room amplifies her solitude, a stage for her silent, seething fury. Each echoing footstep underscores the weight of her isolation and the crumbling of her power. Azula's proud posture wavers, a fleeting glimpse of vulnerability in the heart of her domain. Bathed in dim light, Azula sits alone, her usual iron posture slumped in defeat. The door hisses open, slicing through the silence as Mai and Ty Lee step into the room. Their faces are set with a grim determination, a silent promise of loyalty. Mai's voice cuts through the heavy atmosphere. "Azula, we're here for you." Ty Lee steps forward, her tone resolute. "We have a plan, a way to take back what's rightfully yours." Mai's eyes glint with cunning. "Zuko won't see it coming," she whispers, sealing their pact. In her opulent quarters, Azula's face is an inscrutable mask as she listens intently. Mai's dark eyes flash with determination, her voice firm. "We will ensure Zuko never rises to power." Ty Lee stands silently beside Mai, her presence a vivid, unwavering support. Azula studies Mai, a hint of a smile playing on her lips. Mai's resolve hardens, her gaze unwavering as she commits to her declaration. The air in the room thickens with unspoken intentions and veiled threats. Crimson-armored guards march Ozai through the Fire Nation prison, torches flickering, shadows dancing. Dim light barely pierces the stone corridors, each step echoing Ozai's fall. The air is thick with the scent of despair, each breath a reminder of lost power. Ozai's face, once a symbol of fear, now reflects a grim acceptance of his fate. Every shadow seems to mock him, a constant reminder of his deeds and their consequences. Ozai, regret etched deep in his face, stands defiant amidst the cold stone walls of the Fire Nation prison. A desperate determination fuels his every move as he battles the prison guards, his eyes blazing with purpose. Each strike is precise, each block resolute, a dance of defiance against his confinement. He is a man on a mission, his aging body driven by an unyielding force to reach Azula. The clang of steel echoes through the prison, each sound a testament to his unwavering resolve. Ozai fights, a father's regret and determination colliding in a furious, desperate struggle. Within the Fire Nation prison, shadows claw from cold stone as Ozai moves with terrible speed, a storm of controlled fury. Guards fall before him, their armor clattering, yet Ozai's gaze remains fixed, burning with singular purpose. He strides forward, each step measured and relentless, echoing through the prison's oppressive silence. Ozai stops, his voice a chilling promise. "Azula, I am here to say sorry." Inside Azula's chambers, a heavy tension hangs in the air as her team assembles. An unspoken question lingers. Can they bring themselves to ask Aang for help? Each member grapples with the weight of the potential alliance. The room buzzes with unease as they consider the unthinkable. The fate of their mission hangs in the balance, dependent on a fragile and unlikely alliance. Amidst the air temple ruins, Azula, Mai, and Tai Li advance, their shadows stretching across the weathered stones. Aang, Katara, and Sokka stand ready, the wind whispering through the crumbling structures around them. The scent of pine mixes with the promise of distant rain, a silent prelude to the impending confrontation. Tension hangs heavy in the air as the two groups converge, the fate of the world balanced on their next move. Dust devils dance among the fallen air nomad statues, a haunted stage for a fateful confrontation. Azula stands before Aang, regal and composed amidst the ruins, the wind a restless witness to her words. Zuko's reign has become a tyranny, she proclaims, her voice sharp against the wind's mournful song. He hoards power, silences dissent. Azula continues, her words painting a grim picture of broken promises. Aang, I implore you, she urges, a desperate plea hanging in the air. Only together can we restore balance. Amidst the air temple ruins, Aang halts, a deep furrow creasing his brow. Doubt hangs heavy in the air. He casts a wary glance at Azula, his eyes mirroring past betrayals and uncertain futures. The ancient stones of the temple echo the turmoil brewing within Aang. A palpable tension fills the space, unspoken questions hanging between them. His gaze reflects a storm of conflicting emotions, trust battling with apprehension. Amidst the crumbling air temple ruins, dust devils dance around Aang, his small figure a stark contrast to the devastation. Aang's gaze is fixed, his young face hardened with a resolve beyond his years, shadowed by distrust. The wind howls through the ruins, carrying Aang's defiant words, "I can't trust you, Azula." His voice echoes in the desolate landscape. You might return to Ozai's influence. Amidst the crumbling air temple, Azula extends a dagger, her face a mask of resolve and underlying fear. The wind howls, a ghostly echo through the ruins, as Azula's words cut through the air. Her eyes lock with Aang's, a desperate plea hidden beneath the surface. Use this if I falter. The weight of her command hangs heavy. Stop me if I become like him. The dagger gleams, a symbol of her inner turmoil and the looming threat of her own descent. Amidst the air temple ruins, Aang's eyes soften at Azula's words, a flicker of hope igniting within him. Aang nods, his expression shifting from surprise to understanding, a bridge forming between past adversaries. Determination hardens his gaze, the weight of responsibility settling upon his young shoulders. He resolves to aid Azula, a silent pact forming under the watchful eyes of ancient spirits. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Aang prepares to confront Zuko, a storm brewing on the horizon. Admiral Volgo's fleet emerges on the horizon, their dark silhouettes disrupting the tranquil skyline of the Water Kingdom city. The massive ships advance, their imposing forms a stark contrast to the vibrant, bustling life below. The sun is eclipsed as the fleet moves closer, casting a foreboding shadow that engulfs the city in sudden darkness. A sense of dread settles over the once lively streets. The shadow, a silent harbinger of impending conflict. Volgo's armored soldiers advance through the Water Kingdom city, their boots grinding against the snow. They tear through the icy streets, a relentless force shattering the serenity of the once pristine city. Homes crumble and buildings topple, their icy structures no match for Volgo's advancing army. The relentless search for Aang leaves scars across the city, a stark testament to Volgo's destructive ambition. The air is filled with the sounds of shattering ice and the thunderous march of armored boots. The Water Kingdom city, once a symbol of peace, now echoes with the harsh reality of war. The Water Kingdom city, once a beacon of splendor, now lies in ruins, its magnificence reduced to crumbling remains. Buildings collapse into ashes, their proud structures now just heaps of rubble and dust. The streets, once bustling with life, are now desolate pathways filled with debris and destruction. The air hangs heavy, thick with dust and the acrid scent of devastation, a testament to the kingdom's fall. Silence descends upon the once vibrant city, broken only by the echoes of its former glory. The serene Water Kingdom palace is shattered as Volgo and his soldiers brutally storm in. Their harsh presence clashes against the tranquil beauty, a storm of violence. Swift and merciless, they seize the water chief, their actions decisive. The palace echoes with the sound of their conquest. A kingdom falls. Inside the Water Kingdom palace, Volgo towers over the king, his face twisted in fury. Volgo's imposing figure dominates the scene, casting a long, ominous shadow over the king. The palace echoes with Volgo's thunderous demand. "Where is the Avatar?" Volgo's question hangs heavy in the air, demanding an answer. The king looks up at Volgo, his expression a mix of defiance and fear. The tension in the palace is palpable, a storm brewing beneath the surface. Within the Water Kingdom palace, Volgo's commanding voice reverberates, filling the hall with an undeniable tension. Shimmering walls amplify his demand, each word a thunderclap in the ornate chamber. His eyes blaze, twin beacons of fury, as he confronts the assembled crowd. Volgo's voice cuts through the silence, a sharp, accusatory edge to his tone. "Tell me where the Avatar is hiding." Volgo's question hangs heavy, unanswered in the echoing space. Katara arrives at the Water Kingdom's coast, a hopeful journey turned grim by the sight of devastation. Debris and wreckage scatter across the once pristine shoreline, silent witnesses to a savage battle. The air hangs heavy with the scent of salt and sorrow, a stark testament to the brutal attack. Each broken piece tells a story of loss, a somber welcome to the ravaged Water Kingdom. On the Water Kingdom coast, Katara extends her hands, a master of her element. The ocean responds to Katara's will, swirling and churning in harmony. Graceful movements and focused determination as Katara merges the ocean's currents. A colossal tsunami begins to form, a towering force rising on the horizon. The wave looms, poised to crash with devastating power. Volgo's fleet is unaware of the impending watery doom. A monstrous tsunami crashes onto the Water Kingdom coast, its roar deafening as it obliterates everything in its path. Volgo is nearly swallowed, a desperate surge saving him as he claws onto a ship breaking free from its moorings. The ship becomes a plaything of the furious sea, tossed and turned amidst the chaos of the raging tsunami. Drenched and gasping, Volgo clings to the railing, a solitary figure defying the ocean's wrath. The oppressive scent of coal permeates the Fire Nation prison as Azula's shadow looms over Ozai's cell. Metal bars cast stark shadows across Ozai's face, a grim mask contrasting with his regal attire. The heavy atmosphere of despair clings to every corner of the dimly lit prison. Azula approaches her presence, a chilling omen in the heart of the Fire Nation's darkest depths. Dim light paints the cold stone floor of the Fire Nation prison in long shadows, highlighting Azula's tense figure. Azula stands rigidly before Ozai, her posture a study in controlled fury. Her voice, sharp and precise, cuts through the heavy silence of the prison. "Zuko is plotting to rise to glorious power with no signs of honor," she declares, her words laced with accusation. The barred windows cast an ominous grid, framing a scene of familial discord and political intrigue. The Fire Nation prison air is thick with ash and despair. Shadows dance on cold stone under the flickering torchlight. Amidst the gloom, Azula stands tall, her composure unyielding despite the oppressive surroundings. Her gaze is sharp and unwavering, a predator trapped but far from defeated. Azula's voice cuts through the silence, laced with venomous certainty. "Zuko will destroy everything you built, father," she proclaims, her words echoing in the desolate prison. In Ozai's quarters, shadows dance as Ozai, newly freed, pivots, his gaze drawn toward Azula. A tense silence fills the room as father meets daughter. Ozai's expression is unreadable, like a coiled viper ready to strike. Azula's eyes reflect a storm of emotions, fear, defiance, and a flicker of something akin to hope. Ozai's presence fills the room with palpable heat, his gaze intense as he addresses Azula. Azula stands rigidly, her face unreadable, as Ozai's low voice cuts through the charged atmosphere. "Deal with Zuko yourself." The air crackles with unspoken power as Ozai's ambition ignites. His final words hang heavy, a promise and a command, and become the Fire Lordess. Ozai's quarters are stark, lit by a solitary window, the room's austerity mirroring the Fire Lord's unyielding nature. Ozai sits motionless on a raised platform, an imposing figure silhouetted against the light. Azula stands before him, posture perfect, a warrior's discipline etched into her very being. Ozai's voice cuts through the silence, a command laced with expectation. "Prove yourself worthy, Azula!" The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air, a throne offered only through ruthless ambition. Take the throne. Under the harsh sun, Azula stands before her assembled army, a figure of absolute authority and unwavering control. Her perfect posture and piercing gaze command the attention of every soldier, their faces set with grim determination. The assembled Fire Nation soldiers stand rigidly at attention, a sea of red and steel awaiting Azula's command. A palpable tension hangs in the air, a silent promise of impending conflict etched on every face. Under the torchlight, Azula commands the Fire Nation army, her voice sharp and commanding. With a cruel smile, she points towards the distant castle, outlining a daring plan. "We will burn the front of the castle," Azula declares, her words igniting a dangerous spark. Soldiers exchange tense glances, anticipation and apprehension swirling in their eyes. Torches blaze, casting flickering shadows as the army prepares to storm the castle. The Fire Nation army camp sprawls, a sea of tents under a smoky sky, bustling with purposeful activity. Soldiers drill with fierce precision, their movements a symphony of controlled aggression, a renewed purpose in their eyes. On a raised platform, Azula stands tall, a figure of unwavering authority against the backdrop of her formidable army. Her voice cuts through the air, sharp and commanding, each word resonating with power and determination. "We will rebuild this nation stronger than before," Azula declares, her gaze sweeping over the assembled troops. A wave of fervent energy washes over the camp, the soldiers galvanized by their leader's unwavering conviction. Under the blazing sun, Azula marches towards the imposing Fire Lord's castle, her silhouette sharp against the sky. Her forces, a disciplined wave of soldiers, follow her lead, their footsteps echoing through the Fire Nation capital. The capital's citizens watch, their faces a mix of awe and apprehension as Azula's army passes through. Banners of the Fire Nation flutter in the wind, their crimson color a stark contrast to the city's dark stone. Azula's eyes are fixed on the castle, a silent promise of power and ambition burning within her. The Fire Nation capital burns, flames licking at the sky. The castle is engulfed, a roaring inferno consuming everything. Terrified screams echo from within the burning walls. Guards are trapped, their silhouettes visible against the blaze. Chaos reigns as the fire devours the once proud capital. The Fire Nation capital burns, the sky stained orange with furious flames and thick, choking smoke. Buildings crumble into ash, their once proud structures now consumed by the insatiable fire. Embers dance like wicked spirits in the wind, carrying destruction to every corner of the city. The air crackles with heat, and the screams of a city under siege echo through the inferno. Shadows lengthen as hope dwindles, the capital engulfed in a terrifying spectacle of destruction. Azula stands, a figure of poised command against the Fire Nation throne room's oppressive grandeur. Her gaze is fixed, an unreadable mask concealing her thoughts as she faces Zuko. The vast throne room echoes with the weight of Fire Lord Ozai's formidable legacy. Sunlight streams through the high windows, illuminating the cold, angular architecture. The air hangs heavy with unspoken tension, a silent challenge between siblings. Every detail of the room speaks of power, ambition, and the looming shadow of war. In the Fire Nation throne room, Zuko stands tall, his figure a mix of authority and contained emotion. His intense gaze is fixed on her, the air thick with unspoken tension and unresolved conflicts. The weight of their shared history presses down, a palpable barrier between them. His words cut through the silence, a cruel and haunting echo of past grievances. "You were always a failure, and your mother wanted you to die," Zuko says, a storm of anguish brewing behind his eyes. Inside the Fire Nation throne room, Zuko stands, a figure of newfound strength. His gaze burns with an intensity that reflects a spirit forged in conflict. The air crackles with unspoken challenges. His voice resonates with newfound authority. "You were always second best, Azula." The weight of his words hangs heavy. Even your mother knew it. Inside the Fire Nation throne room, Azula's eyes blaze with fury, her fists clenched. Her body tenses, radiating controlled rage and suppressed power. Azula's voice cuts through the silence, a declaration of defiance and strength. "I'm not afraid of Zuko," she proclaims, her words echoing in the vast chamber. Opulence defines the Fire Nation throne room, where flames flicker in ornate braziers, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Azula stands tall and defiant, her posture radiating authority as she confronts Zuko. Her eyes blaze with unwavering conviction, challenging Zuko's claim to the throne. "I am not afraid of you, Zuko," she declares, her voice sharp and cutting through the fiery air. The flames seem to mirror her intensity as she asserts her dominance. "I am the rightful heir." The throne room holds its breath, the tension palpable as brother and sister face off in a battle for destiny. In the Fire Nation throne room, anticipation hangs heavy as two figures prepare to face each other. The air crackles with unseen energy, a silent promise of the fiery duel about to begin. Each stance is perfect, a study in focus and controlled power as they await the signal. The throne room watches, holding its breath, as the Agni Kai is about to commence. Under the blazing sun, Azula and Zuko face off, their stances mirroring each other in the Agni Kai arena. A palpable tension hangs in the air, the heat shimmering above the dueling ground as they prepare to strike, muscles tense, eyes narrowed. Both siblings coil like striking cobras, ready to unleash their firebending. The air itself seems to crackle with raw energy, anticipating the explosive clash about to erupt. A silent challenge passes between them, the history of betrayal and rivalry etched into their fierce expressions. The Agni Kai arena erupts in a blaze, fiery blasts painting the sky as warriors prepare for battle. Combatants circle, their movements precise, a dance of fire and fury under the arena's harsh light. Each blast illuminates their faces, etched with determination as they confront the flames. A fiery inferno, fueled by skill and resolve, consumes the arena in a spectacle of power. In the Agni Kai arena, Azula's movements are precise, each strike a flash of cold blue lightning. Zuko counters with wild, untamed fury, flames erupting from his fists in desperate defense. Their battle fills the arena with crackling energy and the scent of smoke, a dance of fire and calculated precision. Sparks fly as their opposing powers collide, illuminating the arena in a blaze of raw emotion. Steel clashes echo in the Agni Kai arena. Fighters push limits. Sweat glistens as each warrior strains, spirit and body aligned. The crowd's roar swells, mirroring the duel's fever pitch. Each movement is precise, power and skill on full display. The heat rises as the fighters are locked in their deadly dance. Tension hangs heavy. Victory awaits the one who endures. On the Agni Kai arena, Azula raises her hands, her face a mask of cold determination. Blue sparks crackle between her fingers, a deadly dance of power and precision. With a sharp exhale, she unleashes a bolt of lightning, a searing streak of blue against the sky. The lightning hurtles towards Zuko, a symbol of Azula's relentless ambition. Inside the arena, Zuko clutches his face in agony, the impact of Azula's attack searing through him. Beneath his right eye, a crimson burn blooms, an angry testament to Azula's brutal power. His face contorts in a grimace of pain, his eyes squeezed shut against the searing heat. The air crackles with residual energy, the scent of ozone lingering amidst the arena dust. Zuko's body trembles, fighting against the shock and intense pain radiating from the burn. He struggles to regain his composure, the mark a permanent reminder of his sister's cruelty. Zuko stumbles back, the impact of the blow echoing in the vast Agni Kai arena. A sharp cry of pain escapes him as he instinctively clutches his face, his expression contorted in agony. The silence is broken only by Zuko's ragged breathing, each inhale a struggle. His eyes squeeze shut, fighting back tears as he grapples with the searing pain. Dust hangs in the air above the Agni Kai arena, illuminated by flickering flames that dance around Azula. Azula stands tall, her silhouette framed by the fire, her face a study in cold, unyielding triumph. The arena falls silent, the crackling fire the only sound in the wake of Azula's victory. Her posture is upright. Her expression is a mask of cold triumph. Zuko kneels on scorched earth, a defeated figure against the harsh arena. His breath hitches, ragged and uneven. A dark burn scars his face, a permanent brand of failure etched into his skin. His eyes blaze with a volatile mix of hatred and frustration, fixed on Azula. The arena looms, a silent witness to his agony and humiliation. Each ragged breath is a testament to his broken spirit, a visible sign of his internal battle. His burning gaze is a promise of retribution, a vow whispered in the heart of defeat. Under the arena's harsh glare, dust swirls around Zuko, his face a canvas of tightly controlled fury. His eyes burn with focused intensity, betraying the firestorm raging within. "I promise revenge when time comes," Zuko hisses, his voice laced with venom. "And Ozai rules the land again," he finishes, the words echoing with a chilling promise of future conflict. The Agni Kai arena smolders, embers rising like fleeting spirits into the twilight. Zuko stands amidst the wreckage, his chest heaving with defiance and exhaustion. Scorch marks mar his royal garb, a testament to the fierce battle waged. His eyes blaze with unwavering resolve, a stark contrast to his battered state. He declares with unwavering conviction, "This isn't over, Azula. When Ozai returns, you will pay," Zuko vows, his voice echoing through the desolate arena. In the Fire Nation throne room, Azula's figure is silhouetted against the light, her sharp, regal presence dominating the space. Sunlight floods through the towering windows, casting long shadows that dance across the polished redstone floor. Azula sits on the throne, her posture perfect, an image of unwavering authority amidst the room's vastness. Her gaze sweeps across the throne room, a silent, assessing survey that misses nothing. The polished stone reflects the sun, creating an austere and intimidating atmosphere, perfectly suited to Azula. Despite the show of power, a subtle tension betrays the turmoil hidden beneath Azula's composed exterior. Inside the Fire Nation throne room, a queen surveys her domain, the embodiment of fiery ambition and regal authority. Beside her stand Mai and Ty Lee, their loyalty unwavering, their presence a silent promise of protection. Mai is a figure of serene intensity, her gaze sharp and unwavering, ready to strike at any threat. Ty Lee is all smiles and fluid motion, a deceptive grace that hides her deadly skill. The throne room glows with the heat of the forges, a visual echo of the power held within these walls. The air crackles with unspoken tension, a sense of anticipation that hangs heavy in the regal chamber. Azula sits on the Fire Nation throne, the torchlight casting long, dancing shadows across her face. The weight of a nation presses down on her, an invisible burden only she can feel. Her eyes are distant, lost in thought as she grapples with the consequences of power. A subtle tremor betrays the iron facade, a crack in her otherwise perfect composure. In a moment of doubt, she whispers, "Have I made the right choices?" Katara surveys the ravaged Water Kingdom coast, her face a mask of grim determination. The once vibrant coastline now bears the scars of destruction. Amidst the debris, her eyes reflect the unwavering resolve to rebuild. A flicker of defiance ignites within her, burning brighter than ever before. Her hands clench into fists, a silent promise to restore the kingdom's glory. Katara stands as a beacon of hope against the desolate landscape. Along the ravaged coast of the Water Kingdom, weary figures emerge from the wreckage, their faces etched with loss and determination. Debris litters the once pristine shores, a stark reminder of the brutal storm that swept through their home. With heavy hearts and resolute spirits, the denizens begin the arduous task of rebuilding their shattered lives. Children sift through the rubble, their innocent eyes reflecting the devastation that surrounds them. Mothers cradle their young, offering solace and strength amidst the chaos and despair. Fathers work tirelessly, their calloused hands piecing together the fragments of their shattered kingdom, brick by weary brick. Amidst the air temple ruins, Aang stands, the wind whispering through broken pillars, a haunting melody of a lost world. His young face is etched with conflict, a visible burden of recent events weighing heavily on his features. The alliance with Azula casts a long, dark shadow over Aang, a stark contrast to the bright day. He grapples with the heavy choice, the ruins echoing his internal struggle. Amidst the desolate air temple ruins, Aang stands alone, the wind a mournful song through the broken spires. He holds Azula's dagger, its sharp glint catching the light, a dark promise in his trembling hands. His brow furrows with turmoil, the weight of betrayal etched deep in the lines of his young face. The metal reflects in his eyes, a fleeting mirror of the fire that threatens to consume his spirit. Aang's breath mists in the cold air, carrying with it the unspoken question of trust and destiny. Inside the stark prison cell, Zuko sits, a volcano of fury barely contained beneath a veneer of rigid control. His face is an impassive mask, but his eyes burn with the cold fire of simmering rage and fierce ambition. He clenches his fists, a physical manifestation of his inner turmoil, knuckles stark white against his skin. In his mind's eye, he sees a triumphant return, a vision fueling his burning desire for redemption. The silence of the cell amplifies the intensity of his silent vow, a promise etched in fire and iron. In the dim, oppressive light of his cell, Zuko's eyes burn with fierce determination, a firestorm brewing within. His fists clench, knuckles white against the rough fabric of his prison garb, each muscle taut with simmering anger. The air crackles with unspoken vengeance as his jaw tightens, a mask of grim resolve settling over his face. His voice, a low growl in the confined space, echoes with a promise of retribution. "I vow to reclaim my throne." A chilling declaration hangs in the air as he vows, and Azula will suffer, his words heavy with the weight of destiny. On a high balcony, Azula stands as a silhouette against the fiery glow of the Fire Nation capital, the wind swirling around her. The scent of smoke and ambition fills the air as she surveys her domain. Her expression remains unreadable, a mask of regal composure. Flickering flames dance in her eyes, betraying the turbulent thoughts within. The city sprawls beneath her, a testament to her power and ambition. The wind howls, a symphony of fire and destiny. Azula stands, a figure of formidable resolve against the backdrop of the Fire Nation capital. Her unwavering gaze reflects the ambition and might of her nation, a silent promise of power. The capital's architecture looms, a testament to the Fire Nation's dominance. Azula's stance embodies her burning determination to restore honor to the Fire Nation. Against the backdrop of a moonlit sky, Katara stands as a solitary silhouette on the Water Kingdom coast. Her gaze is fixed on the distant stars, a silent dialogue with the vast unknown. A gentle breeze whispers through the coastal grasses, carrying secrets of the future. Katara contemplates the uncertain path ahead, her heart echoing the ocean's profound depths. On the icy coast of the Water Kingdom, the wind howls around Katara as she stands resolute, her gaze fixed on the horizon. Her eyes reflect a steely determination, a promise etched in her unwavering stance against the biting wind. The air crackles with her resolve, a silent vow to shield her people from any further suffering. The icy landscape mirrors the strength of her spirit, a beacon of hope against the encroaching cold. Under the serene moonlight, the ruins of the Air Temple stand silent, a testament to a forgotten era. Aang sits in lotus position, still as a statue, seeking guidance from the echoes of his past. His closed eyes reflect the faint moonlight, a portal to the wisdom of avatars long gone. In the stillness of the night, he reaches out, hoping to bridge the gap between worlds. Amidst the silent ruins, Aang stands resolute, dust motes swirling around him in the golden light of the setting sun. The remnants of the Air Temple loom behind him, a somber reminder of what was lost, framing his small figure. His young face, etched with a maturity beyond his years, reflects the heavy burden he now carries. Aang's eyes, filled with unwavering determination, stare out at the horizon, silently declaring his resolve. Azula surveys the opulent Fire Nation throne room, her gaze sharp and commanding. Her presence overshadows the room's gold and jewels, a silent testament to her power. Advisors stand still under her intense scrutiny. The air crackles with anticipation, the throne room holding its breath in Azula's domain. Azula sits on the Fire Nation throne, an aura of absolute authority radiating from her. Ancient scrolls lay spread before her, each one a testament to her meticulous planning. Her brow is furrowed in deep concentration as she studies the intricate details. Infrastructure plans and social reform proposals fill the throne room. Her precise movements reveal a commitment to a just and prosperous Fire Nation. Azula is determined to forge a new era from the ashes of the old regime. In the dim Fire Nation prison, Zuko sits in his stark cell, a figure of contained fury and determination. Sunlight filters through the high-barred window, casting shadows on Zuko as he sharpens a metal shard. Each precise stroke against the stone floor is a testament to his resolve. Escape is inevitable. His brow furrowed in concentration, Zuko prepares to reclaim his honor and destiny. Inside the Fire Nation prison, Zuko sits alone, the dim light accentuating the shadows that dance around him. His fists are clenched, knuckles bone white, a silent testament to the rage simmering within. The air itself seems to vibrate with his barely suppressed fury, a storm contained within the bars. Consumed by the burning desire for revenge, Zuko's eyes blaze with unwavering intensity. Against the horizon, the Fire Nation capital flares, its light painting the night sky in shades of orange and crimson. A lone figure stands, a silhouette etched against the fiery glow, observing the distant city. The city pulses with light, each flicker a tiny star in the vast, dark expanse. From afar, the capital's glow seems both inviting and ominous. A beacon in the night, the figure remains still, a silent sentinel watching over the incandescent metropolis. The air crackles with energy, mirroring the fiery heart of the nation below. In the heart of the Fire Nation capital, the camera reveals a figure standing resolutely beside Azula. Shadows cloak their face, adding an aura of mystery and intrigue. Their posture radiates unwavering confidence, hinting at formidable power. An unspoken readiness emanates from them, a silent pledge of support. They stand prepared, a mysterious ally ready to face any challenge. Azula finds an ally in the shadows.